He's progressing. I got to see the film. Goal line, we can't hit the quarterback, so some of them throws may not have been throws, but he's picking up everything. He just got to keep working, and as he see things every day, as well as the rest of the quarterbacks, they'll get better.
When you have to go from outside to inside because of the weather, does that change what you can get accomplished in practice?
No, it's the same thing. I mean, camp is camp, whether in or out. Just rain. Had it not been thunder and lightning, we'd have stayed out there.
Was this a rest day for Steve McCormick?
Yes.
What's it like about the competitive nature about the goal line?
No, it's great. I mean, I think it's good for our guys. We just got to start out that way and play throughout. Not that practice was bad, but when they get going, you can't have live periods all the time. But when they get going on each other, at the end of the day, we're still the same team. But the competitive nature was good today.
What do you think of your tight end group overall? A lot of unproven guys and they're battling for a job.
I think it's tough. I think we got a lot of competition there. I think those guys work hard every day. From top to bottom, it's probably the deepest we've had since I've been here. So I look forward to them competing every day and getting better.
This is the first time I've seen Altman pads in a long time. So what do you think of how he's?
He's healthy and he's not on the ground as much. Obviously, I think he's a little stronger when he came back. So as the season progresses in the preseason, it'll be good to see him in games to see what he can do.
By on the ground as much means he's not getting pushed around as much.
No, not pushed around. He's just on the ground, stumbling a lot his first year and trying to cut around the corner, and he had a bad ankle at that time, so that had something to do with it. But he's healthy. He's got his feet under him, so he's playing
Todd,
decent.
what have you made of Isaiah Crowell's performance this week?
It's pretty hard when you're not tackling the backs. But he's a good football player. Just playing against him, and we're glad we got him. He can catch the ball better than I thought he can catch the ball, and we know he's a good runner. So we just look forward to him getting better.
What's it been like having Casey too, Casey Rogers in camp? I know he hasn't been out that much, but what's that dynamic been like for you?
Well, for father-son, it's great. You get to spend time around your kid, and you work all day the hours that coaches work, and for your son to be here all the time it's outstanding. So I'm sure it's surreal for Casey. He's better suited to answer that question than me, but I've known little Casey for quite a while, and he's a great kid.
Was there ever any concern about the perception of favoritism or nepotism you guys decided to bring in?
I mean, it happens all the time. You have a son, he grows up while you're coaching, he ends up going to NFL. There's a chance he could be on your team. So, no, he earns his keep. And coaches, Casey's very fair. Casey Sr. is very fair, and Casey Jr. works hard, and there's nothing there.
For Saturday night, will there be any differences at all? Will you be here? Will you have more team periods, a few more, anything like that?
We'll probably have more team periods than that, more of a scrimmage-like atmosphere as far as moving the ball as opposed to just different periods. But we'll move the ball certain times. We may start at the minus 35, but we'll have a fringe period, maybe a red zone period, start at midfield, just different parts of the field for us to get different practice at certain things.
More of a practice than a
Correct.
scrimmage.
Yes.
Did Nickerson pull a hamstring?
I already tweaked one. I got to go inside to see how bad.
What kept Rawls out?
Just sore.
Quincy's hand was wrapped. Was that serious?
It's been sore, so we wrapped it and kept him out a few days.
The new helmet rule has created a lot of buzz. What are you guys doing? Have you had the officials in yet to talk to the players about that?
No, we've had them in, and they're coming in again. So I mean, we teach it the right way, and they play it the right way. It's really teaching football to be played the right way. They're going to be hard collisions, but if the helmet's up and you try to keep the helmet out of the way and you hit with the shoulder, which most of the teams do all the time, there's an occasional head-to-head or somebody's putting their head down, but we don't teach it any differently because we feel like we've been teaching it the right way the whole time.
So you don't have to do any further education because the rule has some nuances.
Well, we understand the ruling and the education of it. I think it's more for the officials to call than the teams to have. We understand what the ruling is, but again, we're teaching it the right way, and we're not trying to teach it that way at all. So it shouldn't affect us. It may be a mistake here or there, but we try to avoid that as much as possible.
Do you have any questions, Todd, about inline with the helmet rule? Because obviously you don't want your DBs headhunting, but inline is headhunting.
Inline is going to be tough, because they're closer to the line. And I don't know if we have enough referees to call all that, but that's going to be tough depending on blocking schemes and stunts. There may be some incidental contact, but that'll be tough to call. But they still don't teach the linemen on either side of the ball to put their heads down, and that's what they're really looking for.
Todd, it looks like Leo's been more and more noticeable on the field. What have you seen from him so far?
Well, he's been noticeable since he came on campus, but he's working hard and he's a lot stronger this year and he's a lot quicker. Again, mentally going into the third year, the game has slowed down for him, so he understands blocking schemes a lot more.
Any chance Terrell Pryor plays Saturday, or is that like not gonna happen?
We'll see. We haven't carved it out yet. We're just bringing him along slow. We're not trying to rush him in there, but he's getting back to normal, doing some good things. So we'll see how it goes.
What have you thought of May's progress being out of red today?
He's making progress. Again, he's in the same boat as Pryor. He's coming along slowly, and we're not trying to rush him back. He's getting some reps in, and we'll go from there.
Have any of the tight ends not stood out to you, whether it's in spring or in this first week?
Not yet. I mean, I think they're all doing a decent job, and I think that's going to be a tough call, and that'll be one of the tougher position battles that we're going to have to judge going in. So we'll continue to monitor, but I think all those guys are doing well.
Tomlinson did a really good job for you last year, blocking and had a couple catches. Is the next step for him to kind of become a complete guy?
Well, we work on all of them being a complete guy, but Tomlinson played well for us last year. He's kind of our rock, and he's solid this year. He's really our unsung steady Eddie guy.
Todd, what do you envision the workload for the running backs kind of playing out as the season gets closer?
Too early to tell right now. We hadn't played a preseason game yet, so we'll play some games and we'll sort that out as it goes.
Do you think Micah plays at all Saturday?
Still too early to tell. I'll see how he's feeling and see what he looks like tomorrow.
All right, good. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Who was that last one he asked about?
Like it.
Both sides having moments today.
50-50, for sure. Gotta love it though. That was the first time going live since we put it on pads on, so I'd say 50-50.
How do you view plays where it probably would have been a sack, but you can't sack people in practices, so he throws a pass and it's a touchdown, but it probably would have been over?
It's a sack for sure, especially playing defense, but at the same time, that gives us, DBs time to plaster and whatnot. Even though we know he's getting sacked, can't hit the quarterback in practice, so makes us better.
How is your process with mastering this defense been going?
Man, this is my 7th year in the league. I'll probably play in any scheme, every defense, man, zone, 3, 2, press, off. It don't matter. I'm loving it so far.
What have your early impressions been of Darnold?
Smart quarterback, mobile, can make every throw. It's getting better every day.
Some people wonder about his throwing motion related to it's kind of windy, and wondering if that would give defensive backs a chance to jump routes. As a guy that faces him, what's your perspective on that?
I'm not a quarterback coach, so I can't really answer that question. So far, he's done good for me.
When you guys practice Saturday night at Rutgers, Coach kind of made it sound like it's going to be similar to practice, maybe a little more team, but did the juices get flowing at all, being in a stadium, lights on, a little bit different than being out here?
Of course, especially if we go live. I'm sure we'll probably go live a couple periods, but just going out there, man, in front of the fans, give you all the juice in the world to, go out there and compete.
Thanks.
How would you compare Sam to Goff when he came in his rookie year?
You can't even compare right now. Sam Darnold hasn't played one game, a live game. So, practice is practice, but you really can evaluate somebody playing in the game.
How is Parry Nickerson coming along?
Great. He's making plays all over the place. Day by day, he's getting better.
And you didn't get to play with May a lot in the spring because he was rehabbing.
Yeah.
He's getting more action.
Mm-hmm.
What have you seen from him?
Tremendous athlete, of course. Just trying to get his feet under him. And once he does that, man, he can help this DB crew.
When
big is chemistry back there and knowing each other and trusting where the other guy's gonna be? How long does it take to develop that?
It's a daily thing. It really is building chemistry, and just building trust. And that's on and off the field. You talk to your fellow DBs and how their style of play is, and you tell them how your style of play is, what they see in the game. So, like I said, that's a daily thing.
Okay. Good.
Thank you. I appreciate everybody.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, yeah, I pleaded guilty. The court made their decision, obviously, and I think they did what they thought was necessary, and I agreed with it. So.
You feel like that's behind you now, Dylan?
Yeah, I do. I'm moving ahead and looking forward now. So.
You have to, I think in a week or so, right? You have to be in Montana for the court date there.
That should be settled within the next couple of days. I don't think I'll have to be there for that one.
How do you think all of this will impact potential suspension by the league? Are you anticipating one, or what are your thoughts on it?
I'm not really sure yet. They haven't contacted me yet, so I'm just not I don't really know the answer to that question.
So you, Dylan, from the Montana, you guys will just have a plea deal of some sort that will settle in the next couple of days?
Yes, sir. We'll try and settle in the next 2-3 days.
Is it weighed on your mind at all as you enter training camp and have this going on as well?
Yeah, I can't say it hasn't. I mean, it was a pretty big deal, and it's something that I'm not proud of, obviously. But you know, I'm moving forward, and I couldn't be more excited to be a part of this team this year.
How does this whole situation change you as a person?
Well, since the incident, I haven't had a drop of alcohol, and I encourage my teammates that do have, any issues with that subject to, I like to help everyone out. So it's definitely changed my perspective on a lot of things.
How are things going for you football-wise here, being your second season?
They're going pretty good so far. I think I need to spend a little more time in the playbook, and just do whatever my coaches ask, and just try and be the best teammate possible.
Was this a sort of wake-up call for you, do you think, this entire experience?
Absolutely, it was, definitely.
You all good?
Everybody good?
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
You can go. Y'all good? All right.
swagger is going to be out there, and it's going to be a great time for sure.
Think Rutgers will remind you of Death Valley at all?
Absolutely not. Come on, man. Come on, man. Not even close. No disrespect, though.
Speaking of LSU, how is Rashard Robinson coming along? It's well documented. He's got the suspension and he had the issue with the law. You're kind of like a brother to him. How is he doing, and what do you see for the future there?
He's doing well, man. He's locking in. He's blocking out the noise. He's coming to work every day, working on his technique, working on his craft, and he's coming out here making plays. I love y'all.
Thank you.
Honestly, it was a good matchup. We competed hard on both sides, and it was definitely fun to get active and live.
What kind of thing can that do? What can that do? That's the competition being.
It creates mental toughness, man, as a team. When we're inside, the goal line, we want to punch the ball in, and vice versa on the defense, we want to take the ball away and make that stop. So it just sets the tone for the rest of the game.
What's the next step for you guys as a secondary to get to that next defensive level? I know you've been vocal about the interceptions, but what's as a unit?
It's really everything. Communication to knowing your assignment, to getting your hands on the balls, making more turnovers. Obviously, we just want to continue to get better at those things. So it's not just one thing we're getting better at. We're getting better at a little bit of everything.
Jamal, what do you like of what you've seen out of Derrick Jones?
Phenomenal, man. He's came a long way. Last year around this time, he really couldn't call the calls, or should I say, make them. But now he's communicating. He's making the calls. He's knowing if someone's not in the right spot. But he's been taking coaching well. He's been doing a phenomenal job inside the meeting room, taking notes. He's coming out here making plays.
Did you feel like practice today was a little flat before the goal line?
To be honest, I don't think it was flat. I think, it just wasn't a lot of action down the field, should I say. I think that everybody, was out there competing hard, obviously. But, when the pads get popping, that's when the energy is definitely going to rise up.
Yesterday, Steve McClendon called the team together in the middle of practice to get guys a little fired up.
Right.
Now, you've always been considered an alpha dog, a great leader. Are you a speech guy?
Yeah, I called everybody up after practice. The defense. I called everybody up. Big Steve called us.
Questions?
How are you feeling?
Say again.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Some days, some days you get sore sometimes. I get sore sometimes, but for the most part, they have it under control. I have it under control. It feels good. I just got to continue the progression of believing in them. Like today, I got 10 reps. I ran about 8 routes today and felt pretty good. I'm not there like I talk to my teammates and I tell them all the time. It feels like I'm almost there, but then I don't have like that just yet. And they're like, yeah, I get it. And, it's gonna take a couple weeks, so I'll get there. I feel pretty good though. If I had to go out and play in the game, I'd be able to, but it's just continuing that gradual progression.
How do you feel in relation now then to kind of what you endured last year with Washington when you tried to play?
Feels a lot better because it's healed. I had a damaged ligament early in camp. I sprained my ankle high, so it was just a bad timing, And now everything is fixed. I just came off 2 surgeries, obviously, so that's a challenge in its own. But I feel a lot better than that. Because I was actually injured. Now I'm fixed and I'm healthy, but I'm continuing to strengthen it and continuing to get better with that. Also, the other muscles around too, so I got to continue that.
How much of a boost is that mentally, just to be able to go out there and even whatever limited work you did today, knowing that it's the first step in a long process?
Yeah, it's just that, it's early on. It's second week in the camp, fifth or sixth practice. So I just got to understand that and keep that in perspective. And, once I get out there and I start catching more balls and getting targeted and stuff like that, I'll get my confidence. And, everybody needs a confidence boost in terms of that. So I got to continue to do that and continue to show the quarterback so I can get open. And, I think I'll get confident, keep on growing confidence from that.
How important, Terrell, is it to get some action a week from tomorrow?
I don't know. That's up to Coach Bowles. I know that they had something in mind, but I'm not sure about that date or not, or what's going to happen. But Coach Bowles, he can answer that.
Terrell, you played with Isaiah Crowell, both of you guys were in Cleveland together.
Yeah.
What kind of growth have you seen from him since you guys both came here?
He's making amazing cuts. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and he had I think the top running back at that time, 2016. I think they believe he had all the top backs was having around 280, 300 carries. He had around 159, and I think he almost had 1,000. He missed by like 10 yards or something. It was something amazing like that. So he had a good yards per carry. His cuts are amazing. He catches the ball great. He's a great back. I really like Isaiah.
Do you see that pass catching kind of improving out of him with Elijah McGuire out? He's been kind of doing that a little bit more this week in practice.
Absolutely. He's learning from a great back like BP. He sees guys like that. He saw Eli also. He sees how they do it, and he adds his own mix. So he's doing a great job catching the ball down the field and catching it and turning up in the flat. So he's doing a great job.
We saw you working on some red zone stuff here, just off to the side with the quarterbacks. With your height and your jumping ability, how much of a factor do you think you could be?
I think the factor, I think it could be great, but we have to be on the same page, because it's not always about the height. It's not always about, because it has to be a perfect ball. It has to be, you have to beat the corner a certain way. The ball has to be up. He has to be able to read your stride length. He has to read your body. So it's more understanding the player, the quarterbacks that understand, myself, Robbie, anybody, whoever's going to be out there catching the ball, they have to understand us. So if you have the height and we don't understand and we're not on the same page, it's not going to matter. So we have to hammer that way. So today we got a good start at that.
How much does being a quarterback help you to be a wide receiver?
That's great. That's a great question. I just answered that. I was doing that on Instagram. I was doing the fan questionnaire thing, and that somebody asked that, and I said it helps me out an awful lot. Especially, I missed OTAs, minicamp, and stuff like that. And for me to come back and just be right in the mix and not mess up, not have any MEs and these past couple practices I've been in, it's a great step for me, a great confidence builder for me, because I know I can just step in. And these were kind of the hardest days, in terms of the formations and the plays. So I think that being a quarterback, it helps, not only seeing the defense, but just from a play perspective, just knowing how to just absorb those plays, it helps off a lot.
Do you ever miss playing quarterback?
I do, but then I throw the ball to our equipment guys and snapping it, and the ball goes to the dirt. I'm like, man, that's why. I wonder why. Yeah. What's up? You heard all the pros over here. What you got?
What do you think makes a good wide receiver?
What makes a great wide receiver? Spending time on footwork. not being selfish, being a great teammate, understanding that the ball's not going to always come to you. Some days we have great players. Some of those guys are going to get the ball. Sometimes I'm going to get the ball. So it's understanding your role and understanding that, today might not be the day. You might get 3-4 catches, and the next day you might get 10, So it's always working on your craft, staying on the quarterback might not make a perfect pass. You got to make that catch, or if you don't get mad. Just understand that it's teamwork and just be a team player.
And before you played quarterback, what do you think made a good quarterback?
Man, you got to study, and you got to be an awesome thrower. Like some of these guys throwing the ball nowadays, I mean, some of them are throwing it without the laces. So you just got to be a pure passer and understand leverages of defenders. You got to be able to have vision downfield. Be ready. You got to always be ready to get hit, and throw the ball while you're getting hit. So it takes a lot of heart, toughness, and ability.
What are your thoughts on what's happening at your alma mater right now?
So, I'm gonna stay away from that question. You never want to wish anything bad against anybody. So I know Urban's done a great job there, and I think if he comes back, he'll do a great job. So I hope everything gets cleared up, and that's all I have to say about that.
Are you worried about practices next week getting a little chippy? They said they might be gunning for you on some plays.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. We're there to practice, get better. If I wanted to put my shoulder down and hit one of them to be chippy too, I'm sure I could do that. But that's not why we're there right now. We're there. That's what the game's for in preseason. So we're there to get better, and dirty shots. They take dirty shots. I'm sure, we'll handle that accordingly. So, but I'm looking to go back there and play and go against great competition. They got great players over there, and just get better as a team as a whole. When you start trying to make it an individual thing, it takes away from our team. And us, as Jets, we're trying to go on this uproar together as a whole. So I don't want to individualize myself. It's about us going there and getting better day by day, like we're trying to do here.
Terrell?
Hey, what's up, man?
So noting that you're coming back from ankle surgery, what is your goal for this year?
Dominance, just be dominant. Anytime I step on the field, like in practice, I expect to, do my job at a high level, and when it gets to playing time, I expect myself to be at a high level, or I want to be out there. I want to allow myself to be out there. So I've been rushing, John, our trainer, to get me out there and give me some more plays, and he's trusting me, and coach is trusting me to, that I'm giving them feedback on how I feel, and they've done a great job. So I expect nothing but playing great and being a great team player.
Very good.
Hey guys, you guys good? Thanks guys, great questions. Yeah.